All right, Shalom boys here. Well, it's evening. Just now got back from the water park, and I'm just stopping off at the Marathon gas station. Now, in this town that I live near, they've been doing a whole lot of building. Perfect example. You see this 5 star? It was just now recently built. This is brand spanking new. Right there, you see that Kubota place? That's brand spanking new. There's a facility over there. They was going to build a hemp factory right there, but they didn't end up building it. And then you got right here, that's a new facility. I don't know what they do there, but all of this is basically new. There's been tremendous growth in this area when it comes to business, and they're building a new Ford dealership down the road. I mean, a big facility. I'm like wondering who in the hell and what information that they have that there's such an economic boom in this area that they'd invest millions of dollars. But the reason why I wanted to make this video was this, right? You see this 5 star? Again, they spent, and then there's another facility back there. This is all new, okay? Within the last year or so. So they built this 5 star, okay? And they spent over $1 million to build it, okay? They just finished it. Just opened up probably a month ago. And I spoke to the lady that works at the front desk, and I said, you know what? I was asking her the question, they spent, and it's beautiful in there. I mean, they got it all decked out, tiled and everything. And I said, ma'am, do you know how much money they spent to build this facility? And she said, well, I know that they just purchased a lot for $1 million, so it was a whole lot more than that. But I said, ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, how much do they pay you? She said $11.50 an hour. Think about this for 1 second. They just turned around and spent over $1 million to build all this new shiny stuff, and to tend to all of this is brand new. But they're going to turn around and pay the employees $11.50 an hour to make sure that the facility is clean, to make sure that nobody's robbing the place, to make sure that everything is in order. They're paying below minimum wage. In order to get, I don't know what minimum wage is. I know that $11.50 an hour is not going to provide for a family. But it's amazing. They spent more money in the facility itself and probably the tile itself than it costs for the people that got to be here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to maintain it. Think about that for 1 second. See, this is nothing more than slave wages. This is slave economy. What you gonna build or what you gonna do off $11.50 an hour working at one of these places? See, this is the working poor. And it's the same for Walmart. It's the same for Tractor Supply. It's the same for 5 star. It's the same for you plucking chickens or whatever. Whatever it is that these low slave wage line jobs are paying, it's not enough to build anything, let alone survive. It's amazing. It's nothing but slave wage jobs. And I was talking to her, I get passionate about this stuff. And she totally agreed with me. She was like, it's totally unfair, but this is the world we live in. This is why we're going to see civil unrest. Because the rich continues to get rich, but they still continue to have their necks on the poor. Because, see, the poor pay the most. The poor pay the most for propane. The poor pay the most to get access to credit. The poor pay the most for groceries. They pay the most for everything. And now the middle class is being affected. It's a damn shame. Look at that, $4.15 a gallon, but it's going up. You better believe it. Prepare yourselves, prepare your heart. But many people, they're caught into this poverty cycle that they'll never get out of. And this is the whole goal, to push more and more people into poverty. How are you going to survive off $11.50 an hour?